So, I think we're done with Lord Camp's mention. And I guess even though we said to Kat that we're not going to give further stuff, we can give further stuff, and since it's pretty worthless to keep, let's do that.
We've nothing left to say to one another. Just leave me be.
Or apparently not. Can we just use a different character?
For heaven's sake, would you please... Oh, I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest
Okay, apparently
dictionary
we
I
can
can
just
find.
repeat this whole thing and then give out this stuff. Let's just do that.
Because that was you tried judging this. Oh, he knows very well I'm the highly interesting and highly valuable. Perhaps even quite out of anything else.
Interesting, it didn't seem that, like, we can
For
get
heaven's
back...
sake, I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest dictionary I can find.
We can't ask her again about the vault
Much
or something.
obliged, that little snort. Just you tried judging the state of Verdisty and Armagh if you're not... Oh, he knows very well I'm the best in the business.
Weird. Okay, so I think we actually blocked
We've
this.
nothing left to say to one another.
Curious that you still have the quest and it still says return to Cap the Appraiser. Oh well, I guess we have quite the worthless stuff with us now.
Not with Master Kem being the way he's been.
Happens. What do we learn? Always be friendly.
All right, I take your point.
Walked this earth, each vale and peak. From
He's still
forest's
going on.
fair to city's peak.
My friend here has
Even though I think it would be quite interesting to go for both the Toymaker
Surest
and
friend
the Place of
is my
Longing.
own mind. From my home in Alaroth,
What I can tell you
packed my
real
is
antiques at
the
realistic
last piece
prices.
of the Devourer
Who
armor
cares
set
to
is
trade?
here. And since we have the Place of Longing here, I would say we go to the Toymaker
Here I
first,
am,
also look for the Place
take
of
my
Longing, and then we can do the Consulate. And after that, we can finally go to the Cathedral. We are slowly but surely finishing, nearing the finishing line. But well, I guess also we're slowly finishing the game. That as well.
You've got some fighting, Captain. I've got what you need.
Weird. Where's the side entrance bard? Okay, let's say hello to the weird toy maker. With a knack for sauce.
I think you might be my favorite. Shh, don't tell the others.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Nearly there, my darling. Then you can play with all your brothers and sisters.
I don't like your voice. You sound a little
Look
bit
at
crazy.
Beautiful, inside and out.
Okay.
Daddy's going to fix you right up.
Oh gosh. It gets even worse. Stop talking, please.
Look at a visitor. Tell me, do you like puppets?
You know, I think there's a correct answer to this. I think the correct answer is yes. I mean, do you also remember the puppet, like, not the puppet, the Muppet? I'm sorry. Not Muppet, Moppet. Okay. For whatever reason. We found who became, like, sentient. Also look exactly like the Muppets here. In fact, I do.
The toy seller nods and smiles.
Wonderful. Here, take a look at this.
The puppet springs to life.
Would you like to play?
Oh gosh. Please don't.
Impressive, no? There's a lot of craftsmanship in that small package. Quite a lot. Now, what can I do for you? I haven't had many callers of late, what with all the fuss and hubbub that's been going on outside.
Yeah, I think it might also be due to other reasons why people don't come to you, talk to you, and buy Muppets from you. Anyway. You know, I'm wondering, how did you bring the puppet to life?
Sauce, what else? Each and every one of my darlings has a little bit of magic in them. It turns a mere toy into a friend.
I also really love that, I mean, the Divine Order is like persecuting and I mean, doing such atrocious things to sorcerers. And I mean, he helped create this whole protection for Lucian's grave. So that's why he's the exception. And also, if Lucian went out of his way and, like, took a sorcerer to protect his grave, wouldn't that mean that sorcerers are not that evil? Double standards, I love them. You know, I'm wondering, where does your interest in puppets stem from?
I love my work. I love the possibilities of it all. The idea of engineering something to perfection. But one aspect always fails me. People. Fallible, mortal, irrational people.
Okay, so that's why you prefer your Muppets. I mean, fair, I guess. If they weren't as creepy.
He throws an adoring glance to one of the puppets.
My darlings aren't like that. They are pure and beautiful. They don't make mistakes, and they don't question my desires.
Oh,
I
please don't tell me about
need
your desires.
others anymore.
Please don't.
I have something better.
What are you doing with the puppets regarding your desires? Okay, let's get rid of that mental image and continue. Anyway. So, how did you avoid Magister persecution? I mean, they controlled the city until recently, after all.
I'm on good terms with the Divine Order. They know what my work entails. They've even had use for me in the past. I have nothing to fear from them.
Okay. So, is it true that you designed the Path of Blood in the cathedral?
Myself and others, some of the finest feats of engineering ever conceived guard the remains of the divine. The Path of Blood was our masterpiece. Now I'm the last one alive, the last engineer of the cathedral and its secrets. I've retired and found a new calling, these wondrous darlings. One of my late colleagues
you.
designed them for the cathedral, little wind-up sentries to guard against intruders. Now I busy myself turning the surplus into toys. It truly feels good to spread a little joy in my twilight years.
By the way, I think like the term joy also loses part of its original meaning after witnessing Fort Joy for quite some time. Can you tell me something more about the cathedral and, you know, Lucian's tomb?
It is a feat of engineering. A modern marvel, unmatched in quality anywhere in the realm. I should know, as it is my greatest work to date.
And I guess you won't tell me more, right?
But you should broach more practical matters with Lord Protector Ahu, the keeper of the cathedral. You should find him in his chambers there.
But he sent me to you. You know, I've actually found Lord Ahu. He was being held captive by Linda Kem, but now he sent me here so that I can learn how to traverse the Path of Blood.
Held captive? By Kem? Are you certain?
Right. And Lavender lowers his hat. I was a personal witness to the torture Kem wrought on Ahu.
Then I was right to sequester myself here with my puppets. Trusting people is a folly.
Let's leave it at that.
But it seems that you are to enter the tomb of the divine. And I am to help you get there. So be it.
I would have expected him to want at least some proof or, I don't know, something. Because, I mean, isn't he then kind of trusting us? Even though trusting people is a folly? Checkmate.
In order to pass the first chamber, you'll need an amulet that's charged with source. 5 souls worth, to be precise.
What kind of mechanism is that you need to offer like 5 souls?
Here, take this amulet and fill it with source. When you've done that, return to me and I'll tell you what must be done next. You must wear the amulet as you consume source. The excess power will be siphoned into it until it is full.
I mean, we should be able to just like use source vampirism on other party members so we don't actually have to kill like people and absorb spirits, right?
Good luck. You may need it.
Okay. Source amulet. Grant skill, replenish source. Here we go. And let's see if we can, I don't know, kind of avoid killing ghosts.
I think you
Kill
might
some ghosts, it'll be fine.
favorite.
No, Alistair. We're deleting them from existence. We don't do that. We just hurt our friends. Which I think is not going to work because we have magic armor. How do we solve this? We strip. And randomly select Ifan for that, course reasons. Here we go. Also, I mean, that's how we get efficiently rid of magical armor. I'm not using an excuse to undress my love interest. That's completely unconnected. Right, C is working. Okay. Nice. Here we go. I'm sorry, Ifan.
Ah, my amulet is glowing with source.
I wonder if that hurts. Probably. The things you do for love, right? And just 2 more times, right? I can't count. I think we had 1 charge to begin with. Yes. Go. Don't mind us, Toymaker, undressing each other and using source vampirism. Just normal God-woven things.
The others.
I mean, then again, who would he be to judge? Okay.
It seems the amulet can't hold anymore.
Alright. Let's dress up again. Because unfortunately, otherwise we don't have armor.
Look at you. Beautiful. Inside and out.
Ooh, we can actually put also a rune into the shield, so let's do that. Don't have a physical rune anymore? Let's go with I guess poison, because that's our
Look at
that's
you.
our lowest resistance.
Beautiful. Inside
Voice
and out.
fails. Alright, all dressed up again.
Greetings. I trust that the item I gave you is having the desired effect.
It is charged, so what to do next?
Fully charged, you say? That would mean that 5 souls have been... actually, I'd rather not dwell on exactly how you charged the device. On to the next matter.
It was completely harmless. There was just some stripping involved and some consensual source vampirism. And that sounds even worse when I say it like that. Anyway.
You'll need the Scroll of Atonement. It's locked in my desk on the 2nd floor. The password is Giora.
Yeah, for people who know my first Let's Play, back then I didn't go upstairs with his permission. So I went upstairs, I tried to sneak around. Of course it failed, because I'm very great at stealth missions. And all the puppets, Muppets, attacked us, and in the end we also had to kill Sanders. So I guess this is the way better path.
When you have both the charged amulet and the scroll, go to the Path of Blood. On the left side of the chamber, on a pillar near Lucian's statue, you should see a hidden mechanism. It will clear the way. Good luck. You may need it.
I like that here in the background we have all the character themes playing. Like just before this one, which is beasts,
Look at
we had
you.
Ifans.
Beautiful, inside and out.
Oh, we can talk to the Muppet?
The puppet looks at you with what almost amounts to curiosity. You sense power from within it, a measure of source, just enough to make the plaything seem alive.
Can't talk, we can just observe. So, the interesting part is that actually the Devourer's armor was just crafted here in his workshop.
Every fine trinket here catches your eye. The joy of them dances within you. This is where you belong. The craft, the detail. You could spend the rest of your life here. Then your longing is crushed underfoot. In its wake, ashes fall from the ceiling. Oppressive heat presses in as a low growl rumbles against your ear.
And once more, we try to resist the vision. We want it out of our head. Which is kinda contradictory. I mean, why are we even going here then? Nice.
The fire around you intensifies. The ash is a choking cloud, yet it is only an illusion, and one you resolutely ignore. The pressure in your skull is like a white-hot spike driving deep. It weakens, starting to fade, and you hear a roar of protest.
Well, Devourer, no power over us.
The ash vanishes, along with the oppressive heat. The workshop is just as it was, save for a chilly presence nearby.
The only sad part about resisting is,
I
well,
think
no
you
new
might
information.
be my favorite.
A woman's spirit stands before you
She
in
tells
fine
more.
robes. Her hands she seems to know.
Yes, I am Craft Mistress Pia Graciela. Your interest can wait. There's work to be done.
Oh, it's an honor. I learned about you in history books.
Excuse me? Why am I being spoken of in the past tense? That is an insult.
Excuse me? You are quite unalive, my dear friend. It feels so weird to go upstairs. Like, legally. Like, having the permission. And to make the same comment I did in the first Let's Play, it is so odd that he has, like, above his bed a portrait of a woman and of a man. Like, why? I mean, who even puts any portraits above their bed? If you are such a person, feel free to explain. But I don't know. Oh, that even too.
Papa's permission granted. You may pass, friend, and...
The puppet's words choke off. It spasms and flares with sauce. Then it is still once more, and a different voice emerges from within.
He wants them to watch them sleep. Yeah, not creepy at all. Or I mean, it could be like his parents, which would be still weird. I don't know.
You have hampered me long enough. This place will be your tomb, the only one you shall enter.
Okay, fun, you still fight the Muppets. I didn't know. So far, I always sneaked up here and either got caught or not. Okay, let's see. I mean, I feel a little bit sorry for the toy maker because we're destroying his Muppets, but yeah, not my fault. Ooh, they have quite some. I mean, look at them. They have over 2,000 armor. They have like twice the physical armor. More? No, a little bit less than twice the armor of Sebille. Yikes. Whose turn is it next? Who are you? You are this one. That's even worse. I don't want my parents looking at me constantly in my bedroom. Alright. In general, it's so weird. My favorite DOS song. Oh, really? Like, especially the fighting version, or like Beast theme song. Go. Because of the shock that I lost AP, I hate it. I think it's very rare to have this one actually as a battle song. I think if you actually do the tavern fight in Driftwood, you also get that. Nice. Alright. I think slowly but surely we're going to destroy them. Fire. They probably burn quite nicely, right? Right. I love it. I can combine Time Warp and Epidemic of Fire, so let's do that. Go.
I'm ready.
I wonder if we even needed both, but yeah, we did. Right. Burn this one here as well. Alright, Ifan. Go. More hot action. I just hope that Sentinel isn't going to attack us. Or not Sentinel, Sandus. Different game, different character. Of course, we're destroying all the Muppets. Go. Yeah, my tentacle's not long enough, unfortunately. Which is also a weird sentence to say. I think today's the stream of very weird expressions. Maybe I should like collect like a highlight or something. Okay, they can take electric damage. I was kind of wondering if they might be, I don't know, absorb it. You from here? No. Closer. And here we go. Ah, almost. Go up here. Here. Yes. Well. Sorry, Toymaker. Happened. Not my fault. What is a virtue token? A glistening source orb. Consuming this will bestow a source point upon you. I mean, if there's a whole source point in them, that's actually not that little source. I mean, that's like the equivalent of like one human soul. One humanoid soul. Which means that Sandus is actually quite... I mean, even here we have like the virtue token and the source orb. He has to be quite the skilled sorcerer. Or at least possess quite some source. I think this is it.
The desk is locked tight. Instead of a keyhole, there's a gilded inlay that bears an engraving. It was all for you. Beneath this sits a framed square of blank parchment.
It was all for you, and there was a name he gave us, right? I wonder who that was. And Lavender had read about designs such as this before. A password must be written on the blank parchment in order to unlock the desk.
You take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed square of parchment.
Who is Giora?
The ink is absorbed into the parchment until it vanishes. Somewhere within the desk, a mechanism unlocks with a click.
Also, if you want to know what are the consequences of just using any name, because I don't think, as usual in Divinity Original Sin 2, you can't take the correct answer if you don't know it. You can just select from the other wrong answers. If you do that, you're instantly killed. Quite some things. Full of atonement. Let's just take everything. Right, and since we took everything, we are encumbered. Alrighty. So it's such an odd house. Like, what even is that? A knife throwing wheel. Well, could have guessed, I guess. But still. Do you think we should tell him what happened to the Muppets? At least the ones down here are not attacking us. Hi.
I believe I've told you all that you required. Was there something else?
I mean, he was so helpful, I think it's only fair to tell him, though I'm a little bit concerned about his reaction. You know, a dark entity called the Source King possessed your puppets and used them to attack me.
What? There must be some mistake. They're just toys now. They wouldn't hurt a fly, unless I wanted them to. I'll look into the matter. A misunderstanding, I'm sure.
Sure. Anyway, I guess now we could actually directly proceed into the cathedral, but there's still more to do.
Get out of here, you
So,
dirty mutt!
off to the lizards. Here we go. First blood, my favorite. Gosh, and really everything seems to be ablaze. The music is so melancholic here. But I mean, then again, a tragedy just happened here.
They're surprised that the Voidwoken attacked the Lizard Embassy first. Them dreamers use sorcerer, I'm telling you.
Uh-huh.
The Paladins are saying the Magisters did this. To think we trusted them.
I mean, the Paladins are just blaming everything on the Magisters, right? The bell ring is quite annoying. You think so? It doesn't really bother me that much, actually. And I mean, now it's quiet. I think it was more like around here somewhere.
Safeguard yourself
Anything
and your
interesting?
loved one.
No.
Stranger, I implore you, turn back. There is naught within but black ash and void.
I wonder, a priestess of what? Lucian? One of the seven? The God King? If anything interesting? Let's just buy the scroll. We have the money.
The consulate lies in ruin. Accursed flames lap at every corner. The Paladins are great and faithful warriors.
Sure.
But some tragedies even they can't undo.
Because I mean, that's the other thing. Even if we don't really know like how many paladins were like servants of the God King, but even if it was just Linda Cam, they all followed him, right? You really got to tell me more.
I'm sure it's a tale you've heard before, and I'm sure it has the same twist. And then there were Voidwoken. A few lizards managed to escape to Kem's estate. The rest... they were consumed by cursed flames.
You know... Oh, it's actually Fane. You know, I've actually got a knack for killing Voidwoken. Perhaps I can help.
Yes, I bore witness to your feat at the gates. Your skills have proven invaluable to Arcs. But I'm afraid the terrors waiting within the consulate aren't so... tangible.
What kind of terrors are we talking about?
The priestess's eyes glaze over, and she shivers in fear.
You'd have to be mad to continue. And if you managed to escape, you'd be madder still.
Fun.
I can't say more.
Sounds like there will be an interesting area ahead of us. There's also paladins waiting outside. But I mean... First fire, you won't do anything with your water.
The Voidwoken tore down the consulate's barricades like they were paper. I pray that Solsticer keeps the Empire safe from the Void.
I barely escaped the consulate with my life, no thanks to the Order's supposedly elite paladins. The consulate's in shambles. Are the paladins just going to stand around while the city burns?
Let's not take the raw lumpy giblets from a
They
Void
took
Woken.
care of the Void Woken, right?
No.
Give it
Doesn't
time.
sound too tempting.
They've got a lot to deal with.
Do you mean like pestering
I'm sorry, Alistair, I hope we
while
can
Arx all but sinks
quickly
into the
leave
sea?
the area where the bell sounds.
Careful! There's fires of the void! Infernal stuff. Can't be put out by normal means. Best to wait it out. It'll have to die eventually.
Or, if you're God Woken, you can bless it. What happened here?
Voidwoken. Arx used to be safe from those things. Not anymore.
Resist all potion. Wait, why do you have clay with you? Anyway.
The lizards inside the consulate never stood a chance. It's all the bloody Magister's fault. They can add the dead to their butcher's bill.
But, like, how are the Magisters responsible?
Because they're collaborating with the Black Ring. It's no coincidence that those monstrosities appeared just as we confronted them about their betrayal. At least Lord Kem's putting a stop to them now.
I mean, kind of funny that in the end, both the Paladins and the Magisters are cooperating with the Black Ring. Yay. You know, Kem was with the Black Ring all along.
Now, I know Kem can be a bit testy, but that's no reason to start spreading rumors like that. If you want to point fingers, start with the Magisters, but keep your crazy fables to yourself.
Anyway, I want to take a closer look at this whole fiery mess.
By all means. But if you run into trouble, don't expect me to stick my neck out to help you.
What a charming young lady.
This is no ordinary fire. Water has no effect. Better to just contain it until it dies down.
I mean, that's a weird thing. It doesn't have a timer, right? But I mean, we know how to deal with that, so... Beasts. Bless. And... let's get a little bit closer. And rain. See? Easy enough. Right. I guess we are now the Holy Fire Department and ready for duty.
There may be Voidwokens.